What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to do a quick video on Golem Overlord because I haven't done one in a while. Things have been a little bit slower on the development side as due to the health of Yixen, the main dev, or maybe the only dev behind the game. But there was a post today which I thought would be fun to go into. It's a quick read. There's nothing, there's nothing being released. It's not a feature announcement. It's just a little bit of a development update, as is disclaimed here. And then I figured I'd show you where my current build is based on just playing the game. Again, I have not spent any money in it, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. So I'd love to see where I stack up against a lot of the other folks who are still playing. And if you are still playing, I'd be curious to know. So let me know. All right, so here we go. We'll jump in, peek into the future development of Golem Overlord's Hive NFT system. So as Yixen talks about here, after a period of absence due to a health setback, he appreciates all the patience and understanding. He's thrilled to return with some exciting news about some upcoming NFTs within it. So in my mission to provide you with an unmatched blockchain gaming experience, I've established a dedicated Hive account, which is golem.nft. This account will manage NFTs within the game. It will serve as a transparent permanent log, empowering each player to verify their ownership by populating their personal database with this log. So I'm not quite sure what we need to do with that account, if anything, but I'm sure we'll get more information later. But it seems as though NFTs are going to be integrated into the game in each of these different categories. So workbenches, anything guild related, so deeds, workbenches, your actual golems, which should be pretty cool, tech, avatars, backgrounds, titles, selective tradability, and relics. So again, there's not too much in terms of the information we're going to get aside from that, but it is cool to know that the game is very much in development. There are cool things coming down the pipeline. I am not a coder, so I don't know what all of this is, but if you do, maybe you can help me understand it in the comments section. But a lot of people are, you can see here the top comment here says, excited to spend those shards, which I have been stacking. So I think I have like 30 something shards now. Let's actually go over to my setup here. I have 34 shards. You can see, so overall, here is where I'm at. And there's been a lot of changes with how the game has been played. Obviously, there's, it's not just, I actually even forgot what it was before scavenger golems. But, now you have the scavenger golems. I'm doing about 27 or so. Earning about 3.16 part per hour, about 75 part per day. I've gotten my power up to 8, my fortification up to 11. My golem charging station has not changed in a while, and the main reason is because I haven't really maxed out my scavenger golems yet. So you can see here that my max scavenger golems active is 30.6, of which I'm at 27. So I'm actually getting quite close, but not there just yet. So it's been a slow, steady grind and build. I've really tried to focus primarily on fortification. Like I said, you can see that at 11, and thankfully the attacks haven't been as bad. So I think I've gotten to a point now where my fortification is so high, yet my actual production and holding or stash of, not scrap, that's the other game, which I would like to do content on at some point in the future. So keep an eye out for that. I'm talking about TerraCore. But my part is, my stash of part is not high enough maybe for people to come in. It's just not worthwhile for them to spend an attack on me, which is exactly how I like it. So I'm going to build up slow and steady. Anytime I start getting attacked a lot, I'll go straight for fortification. And, from there, get my scavenger golems up, get my power up, and actually I've started working on Faith 2, which increases the amount you steal on successful attacks. It also determines your maximum shard chance, which I guess it looks like I'm at a 45% chance for my next claim in a little bit under 2 hours. So overall, that's kind of where I'm at. I just recently, if you can see here, I just recently got under 2,000 in terms of ranking. So I was well far behind everybody else, but I think one of the biggest reasons that I'm catching up, and I don't even know if catching up is the right word, but one of the reasons that I'm moving up is because I think there's a lot of accounts that are no longer active anymore, or have just completely fallen off for whatever reason. But I've been somewhat religious about this outside of when I was traveling, especially overseas, and time zones were just completely messed up. I'm actually pretty good about claiming at least twice per day. If I can time it right, that I can get that, I can do one right when I wake up, and then I'll get get them every 8 hours. But at least twice per day is what I shoot for, and it hasn't been too bad. So just go ahead and pull up the statistics here. As I was talking about, I don't quite know what we topped off at in terms of the number of daily active players, but you can see here back in May, back on May 11th, I should say. So about a month ago, we were at 10,755, and now we are down to under 6,000. So, again, it's, to me, I think that ultimately, once we get a more realistic idea of the amount of real people playing, even if there's multiple accounts, that's fine, right? It's actually gotten quite difficult, I think, to manage multiple accounts because there's a CAPTCHA that I'm being told. So it's one of those things where not only that, but you have to like register with the Discord, and I know people didn't really like that, so they left the game for that reason. But ultimately, like I said, the game itself is interesting enough. It's hands off enough that I don't need to be here, every single moment playing a game or battling. I can go off and, theorycraft and talk with people about it. It's still interesting in that regard. And it doesn't, it doesn't take up too much time, which is actually quite nice. So ultimately, I'm not sure where it goes, but I love the fact that it's still being designed, it's still being worked on, and Yixin is an absolute beast. So Yixin, I don't know if you watch this, but I wish him all the best with his health. I know what it's like to have some crazy health issues, so I hope you're able to work through it and continue to give us awesome stuff within Golem Overlord. So that is really it. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to go over. I guess we could look quickly at where part is, and you can still see that we're at about 93% burned. But the 2% that is circulating is now, almost 400,000 part. So this is where it's going to get interesting. And I wish we had this on not just a daily basis, but like the last week, for example. See, the minted today, these last two here, minted today is 19,000, burned today is 28,000. So we've actually been burning through a lot more as the value or the price of part has come down. And I don't even know where it is. I'm not even going to look at it for the purposes of this video. I know a lot of folks got into this because the ROI was crazy or whatever the case is, but I did not spend anything on the game. I'm really trying to focus on it as a game. So I don't want to, if the price is down, you can catch up so much more quickly, right? So if you want to spend on the game and catch up, that's on you. But I really want to stay away from focusing on price just because it doesn't really matter to me. I'm burning 107% of my part. So how am I still up over 107%? That's kind of crazy. But you can see here, I'm just having fun playing the game. I really think that it's not too late for somebody to jump in and join. And part of me is like interested in starting an alt account now just to see what it's like and how quickly an alt account can rise the ranks, especially if I did want to spend a little bit more, right? You spend, I think it's like 30 Hive now, but maybe throw another $10 at it. And I don't even know what, $10 divided by 3 cents is, right? That's gotta be pretty good. So, whatever the case is, you'll be able to get a ton of part and start burning it right away. But that's all I have for this video. I would love to hear how your journey has been so far, if you are still going along with it. And what I'm actually going to do, because I don't think I have something set up in my Discord yet, is create a channel under like the other games for Golem Overlord so that we can actually chat about it there. Actually, maybe there is one, but if there isn't, I will set it up so there'll be a place where we can connect about it, because I am still playing it regularly every single day. So I would love to chat with people who are still playing it. But that is all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.